Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be covering different pickleball business models. And this is great if you are an instructor looking to be a coach looking to move to have a club, or if you're looking to open your own club or small, pickleball court within even a home as an example. And by the end of this video, I'm going to be sharing also two other really interesting ideas which are growing, which I think are really going to explode in the future, which are going to get you thinking differently. So definitely stay to the end regarding those two in particular. So let's start off talking about salary-based positions. This is good for those that want stability. Okay. Now, the pro to a club is that they are going to have someone that's consistent, and for someone that doesn't want to do marketing, that becomes attractive. Also, when you look at the fitness industry, an instructor going to be a personal trainer, it gives you experience. Okay. So think about new clubs that are opening. If you're an instructor, get in early is my tip. Okay. Now, the second model to this is going to be uh, a salary plus commission. Now, this gives you extra incentive to make more money, but it's also about you going out there and attracting clientele. And of course, within a club, they're going to want you to do that because it's important for them to grow the business. Okay, so there's pros and cons to these different models. Um, so then you've also got the independent contractor. Okay. Now, something that's not really happening that I'm seeing a lot in the pickleball space right now is uh, pickleball coaches renting space. Okay, within a gym. Now, this started to happen a lot in the fitness industry. When I was a personal trainer, one of the first things that I did was go into a big box gym, and then I paid rent to the facility every single month. And then what happened was I took on clients to show them around the gym, and then that's how they turned into paying clients. What I'm seeing right now within pickleball clubs is that there is a model where the coach comes in, and then there's a percentage model. So what I predict is going to start to happen is you're going to start to see, as the sport becomes more popular and as more clubs open, and for example in malls, I think more people are going to probably shift to that independent contractor rent model, um, and just become aware of that. Now, if you are independent, you still have options, right? So the options that you have is, for example, to go and work out of a club, but also you have the option to, you know, rent out, a court within a hotel, or like I'm here at a resident facility, right, which is where I live. So you can position yourself where there are courts and there are more opening up. And so what we have to do there is put on our business mind and think to ourselves, what is the model that's going to suit me best for where I'm at? Okay. So I'm trying to speak to like two audiences here, right? The instructor, the coach, and also the club owner. Now, if you are an independent contractor within a club, what is probably going to naturally happen over time, and this could be years, but it happens to personal trainers because the process of a personal trainer is for them to certify, maybe start off as an instructor, then become a personal trainer, but there's a natural progression there for entrepreneurial, business minded people. They want their own location. They want to open their own gym. And that's what happens. People start off a big box gym, and then they move as they start to make revenue and save up. That vision, that excitement for having your own gym, it's what the ego wants, it's what we want to grow our own thing, right? That's going to naturally start to happen. Now, I've also started to think about this in terms of like tennis and how pickleball is different. You don't get tennis courts within malls, but you are starting to see pickleball locations within malls. And the reason why is it has a wider appeal. Okay, so with that being said, my prediction for the future is that as more instructors come in, as more coaches come in, there is going to be a natural progression for when there's revenue made and people start, go to become, a six-figure pickleball coach. They're going to start to open up their own locations, because if you look at, for example, the viability of, say, opening for a personal trainer a gym, the personal trainer's got to buy all of the equipment for a gym or rent the equipment for a gym. And so here, it's the same situation. You're going to go in, you're going to be a coach, and then you find a location. And that's what we're starting to see with warehouses, big mobile tents that are opening, and also in certain areas that are, in California, which are better for weather, you've got all year round pickleball. So it is dependent on the area that you're in. Okay. So just as a reminder for these different models, right? You've got salary and commission, and then you've got the kind of rent for space model. And then, of course, as a coach, you've got the option to work and rent a court in your area and then bring clients there. Now, here's what I will say around this, which I think is very important. Do not predict and do not presume that something won't be available to you. And what I mean by that is right now in the pickleball space with, hotels, with residences, locations with pickleball courts, with, any number of locations that either have them or are starting to put them in, everybody has a different model. And what that means is that what suits you best it may suit the owner of the location also. They may be not too rigid on what they do. I'll give you an example about this. When I used to be a personal trainer, I started working out of a big box gym. But then I actually wanted to have my own boot camp. And so then I went into a gymnastics location. Okay. Why? Because gymnastics clubs have a lot of great equipment and there's a lot of space. And then I went in to say, hey, could I do fitness workouts from here? And then what I did was within a location that was empty, I just put up a sign for my boot camp, and I started to get clients from that because it was very close to where the location was. Okay, so that was like a bit of guerrilla marketing, but it's a change in thinking, right? So we don't want to presume that the hotel must have people in there already, because it's very easy for the mind to predict, so not predict, to presume that, and then you don't go in and have a conversation. What are you looking for? Would this suit you? Okay, so because this is relatively new, and what we're going to start to see is a lot of people opening up, different clubs with different models. There's always room for optimization. There's also opportunity for you to go in and actually innovate with different ideas that are going to be really awesome for all parties, so that everybody wins. I'll cover pricing in a different video, because this is talking about like main models when it comes to coaches and clubs. But also wanted to mention two different areas of opportunity here, looking at the future of pickleball business models. One thing to look at, which is Airbnbs. Now, if you go to Airbnb, you won't be able to type in pickleball, and they don't have it as an option yet. By the time you're watching this video, they may have added it. But what you want to do is you want to go to Google and type in pickleball Airbnb. And what you'll have is a list of blogs with Airbnbs that have pickleball locations, courts, and then you'll be able to also see some that are listed. These can be very good if you are good at building your marketing, building a following, to then start to put together events where you look at, there's eight bedrooms or room for 8 people, and it's 150 a night or 200 a night. And if I sold, X and put on an experience, right, where there's food and there's other things happening, that can also be a profitable model. And I've seen content out there already where this is really starting to boom when it comes to bookings, because now people are actually, instead of putting in pools, they're putting in pickleball courts, because that's what people want right now, because people want to go on vacations and have their pickleball. Okay, that is also a great opportunity for doing things like personal development events with pickleball, etc. Lots of different opportunities. Something that I love and have done over the years, which is to put on experiences for people all over the world, in Bali, Argentina, lots of different places. The next one, which I think is going to be a great opportunity for those who are bold enough to go and look at it, which is corporate events. So you look at, clubs, you look at, independent contractor with you, marketing and then renting out a space. But also think about companies, team building, and other opportunities there for you to go in and say, hey, if you find someone within the company, for example, on LinkedIn, and you find out that they already play pickleball and they're within a certain position at a company, there could be a great opportunity there. Pickleball, think about it for you and how it's impacted you and changed your life. Companies want different ways to bring people together, to get them active, because by getting people active, reducing, the amount of people off sick, it's just all round a win for everybody. So, of course, big companies are going to be installing pickleball courts. Hey, there could be an opportunity for you to there go in and be a coach, right? Think about all of the companies that maybe they have a court, but you could insert yourself. So again, think differently about what's available to you. Try not to be too rigid around, you know, what you think you can do. But if you're willing to pick up the phone, if you're willing to connect with people, if you're willing to ask questions and genuinely care and be curious and make it a win-win, what you'll find is that one event that you do can turn into something which can be continuous, and then you can start to build a really sustainable business. Now, another model I'll just drop in here too is online. I want to cover that further down the line. I want to focus this in person because I truly believe you should only go to online at a certain point. Um, and this is not the right time for doing that in the video. I will cover online training and other stuff, which I've had years of experience in coaching people to do stuff online and build businesses myself online. So I'll do that in another video. Hopefully, this video has got you thinking differently wherever you are right now in your pickleball business journey as a instructor, as a coach, or as a club owner. Now, if you've got any questions or you want me to focus on anything in particular, post it into the comments. But also head to picklepreneurs.com, or also on the YouTube channel where you can go there, but also you can click that button to go through and get a strategy session where I will look at where you are now, where you want to be, and how to get you to where you want to be in a faster period of time so that you can create freedom in your life and your business. And I'll see you in another video. Take care.